we have to start with the pelvis. So again, I want to remind you, the pelvis actually, from the structural point of view, is the dividing area between the upper and the lower body. Okay. So from Yin perspective, you start by looking from the pelvis down. Okay, instead of the pelvis up. Okay. So the pelvis down first is how to release the tension surrounding the pelvis. Okay, so you have to start looking at the whole region, which is the pelvic girdle. Yeah, so you have the front, the side, and the back. Yeah, so you have to start looking how you are trying to release, tension, any kind of tension, whether at the front, whether at the side, or whether at the back. How are you going to move such that you are releasing more tension? Yeah, so you create that space around the pelvis region, which is the aim of all the basic asanas that we are going to go through. So the first is how to create more spacious structure in the area of the pelvis. And in terms of movement, we are looking at flexion as the key point here. That means the first thing you want to really address when you say, I want to release the pelvis, you want to go through your flexion ability. This is what we want to look into in our work. Which is why, again, when you look at all the basic asana in Yin that I'm teaching, you are constantly in flexion. Okay, you are constantly in flexion. So why are we taking so many? Because we need to have efficiency in flexion. So when I say efficiency in flexion, we come back to the same idea by meaning, how are you going to take flexion without causing jam into the hip, into the hip joints? So you don't want to go into deflection and jam the joint again and holding with tension and excessive compression over the pelvis for a long time. Then it doesn't really give a meaning to this practice anymore. Because it is the release we want the body to learn. We want the body to understand how to release. We are not trying to move to jam more, but we are trying to move to cause something to unblock, to cause less tension. So that's why the technique again becomes very critical. Yeah, you want to do a flexion, and in fact, over time you want to go into deflection, but how is it that the technique is supposed to help you to go eventually into deflection without causing jam into the hip